Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Kelsie Metzgar with your entertainment report. The 2013 Oscars showing scored more than 40.3 million viewers Sunday night. The ABC telecast reported a 2% increase in viewership, making it the best since 2010. The main highlights of the night included a tribute to the movie musicals. As it was the 10th anniversary of Chicago winning Best Picture, Catherine Zeta-Jones reprised her role of Velma Kelly for a rendition of All That Jazz. Jennifer Hudson sang And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going from Dreamgirls, and the Les Mis cast took the stage for a medley of the film's soundtrack. Some big winners of the night included Jennifer Lawrence, who stumbled up to the stage as she accepted her award for Best Actress, and Argo, which won Best Picture. It's a small victory for the music industry. The music business broke a losing streak, posting a small but symbolic 0.3% rise in trade revenues to $16.5 billion. The slight increase will be a relief to the record label bosses. Sales have been down since 1999 due to illegal downloads hitting the revenues hard. It has been a common theme to say that the digital revolution is killing music. And Aerosmith songwriting duo Steven Tyler and Joe Perry are the main cast heading into this year's class of inductees for the Songwriters Hall of Fame. The band formed in 1970, winning 4 Grammy Awards in their time. Guitarist Perry and singer Tyler wrote rock songs such as Walk This Way, Dream On, and Love in an Elevator. The chairman of the Hall of Fame, Jimmy Webb, said, quote, "Each of our 2013 inductees have been responsible for captivating the world with their creativity for decades, serving up a rich variety of songs for our global soundtrack," end quote. A panel of the music industry voters chose the 5 inductees into the Hall of Fame from a list of 24 nominees that was released last year. The induction ceremony will take place on June 13th in New York. And that's it for this report. Let's send it back over to Celina and Alex.
Thanks, Kelsie. We are here now with Tori Adams, and she has something really yummy for us today. What are we making, Tori?
We are making pinwheel sandwiches. You can use them as hors d'oeuvres for a party or a summer barbecue.
They're perfect for like game days, right?
Yes.
Like the Super Bowl, which is past, but March Madness coming up. We'll do that, right? All right, so what's the first step? What are we making?
Okay, so we take a tortilla.
Okay.
And then you heat it up for 5-10 seconds to get it. If it's heated, it rolls.
It's easier to if it's hard,
and it doesn't
It'll
break.
crack or something,
yeah,
right?
That's definitely
all right, so heat it up for a couple seconds and then put some sour cream on
What
there?
I'm using right now is chive and onion Philadelphia sour cream.
Okay.
Well,
And
not sour cream, but cream
How much
cheese.
should we put on this?
And then you just smear it on.
So just like 2 scoops of it, right?
Yeah.
And just smear it all over.
And I'm not going to lie, I had a little bit before.
I know, we tasted it. We were sniffing it. It smells actually really, it smells just like a baked potato would, you know, when you get it at the
it's so good.
restaurant. All right, so we spread this around, and then we can add the next thing, which is what, the meat, I'm guessing?
For today, I'm using turkey and ham.
Okay.
You can use any kind of meat that you want. And if you're vegetarian, then you can just do like
Vegetables.
veggies.
Yeah, the cheese, veggies.
Now, does this only work with meat that can be like sliced? Like, could you do chicken, like buffalo chicken or something too, or?
It only works with if it's really thin buffalo chicken.
Okay, because we cut it up at the end,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And
these are
then-
pretty thin. It would be easy
These
to
are really thin.
roll when you're done.
Really thin pieces of meat.
And then just you put your ham.
So about 3 pieces of each on the tortilla. And what kind of tortilla? These are just regular flour tortillas. There's no
yeah,
certain kind?
they're regular flour tortillas.
Okay.
I use the 10-inch ones.
Okay.
For a bigger one.
For a bigger.
And then I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on it.
Now, what kind of cheese are we using here?
We're using the Colby Jack and Monterey cheese by Kraft because
There
it's
we
my
go.
favorite.
So any kind of shredded cheese looks like it would work for this.
But yes.
I do love Kraft though.
They are a
They have great
staple.
products.
And then I'm putting some lettuce on it too.
Pretty easy.
So this is pretty, especially for college students. It's simple.
Well, it's quick
It's
between
quick,
classes. It's quick.
right.
It's cheap. It's easy. None of us can cook all that well. At least I can't. I don't know about either of you,
me
but
neither.
so then you just get it all together and
And
put it all
then-
towards the center.
Whenever you roll it, make sure you take all of your lettuce and cheese and get it in the first one.
Okay.
And then you roll it tightly.
Okay.
This reminds me of Moe's over in Market
Yeah,
Square. Whenever they get it
looks like
all
a
and they
little
fold it
burrito
together.
or taco,
And then
right?
if you want to, you take some more
Cream cheese.
cream cheese.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
And this is chive and onion, everybody.
Very yummy.
And you put
Very
it
good.
on the
Almost like a glue.
flap, like a
Ah.
glue, yes.
I'm such a craftsman. I knew it from the
And
beginning.
then, because it's easier to
To keep it
cut
together.
like that. and then you just cut it in little circles.
So that first one doesn't really count. Okay, so the next one.
And it's great for everybody. You know,
It is.
Share it with all your guests. It's
It is.
easy. I mean, it took
You could put little,
seconds to make.
and they can go
and
on
it
anyone.
usually doesn't fall apart.
That's okay. Probably the studio lights are making it all kinds of dried out after you heated it up. So then how many do you think you get out of each tortilla? Like 7, 8, something
It
like that?
depends on how you cut it.
On how big you make them? Okay.
The recipe said if you do 4 tortillas, it would feed 24 servings.
Oh, wow.
So
Simple math. 6
Yeah, I
times
guess
4.
it depends on how thick you cut
How make
them,
you make them.
You know?
And I'm sure this is pretty healthy. It's got meat, it's got cheese, it's got lettuce, it's got
Yeah.
maybe the cream cheese is probably the most unhealthy
You could
part.
get whole wheat tortillas.
could.
yes.
And
you
we have
could.
a finished some too. You could serve them like this sometime whenever you go
And
to a
then
party. They could look like this.
If you
with
do it
Like
at a
that,
party, you can
yeah.
put it on a platter and then put a
a
toothpick
toothpick in
with
the
it.
middle of them. So where did you get this
Right.
idea? Is this something you do normally when you're at school, when you're at home with
We-
family? Where did you get this idea from?
We usually do it during Christmas
Really?
for like
Okay.
Christmas
Holiday
parties,
parties.
and stuff like that.
Well, they're simple and light. They won't make you any kind of
Yeah,
like
and
no
I-
indigestion or anything
And
crazy
I feel
like that.
everyone would like them. You know, it's a party favorite.
Everyone loves that kind of stuff.
and you can
I'm gonna
use
try one before we
whatever
go
kind
here.
of
Oh,
meat
definitely.
that you want to.
They're so
All right.
good.
Let's give it a
Let's
little
try one.
test here.
They're like the wraps at the cafe, but they're better because they're homemade and they're made by you. These
Yeah.
are so great. Thank you so much, Tori, for
Welcome.
being here with us. These are great. And thank you all for tuning in with us to this edition of Daybreak here this week.
Awesome.
Be sure to join us for a new episode of Daybreak next week. Everyone enjoy your spring break. Thanks for tuning in.